We had one of our reviewer gatherings on Zoom because a lot of our reviewers haven't arrived at Edinburgh Fringe yet. Still a few days to go, though some live up here. Having our first face-to-face gathering for those that are in Edinburgh right now, with about 5 days to go before it officially starts. Having that in a cafe. And the conversation that came up yesterday was about programme notes. And some of you might have just done a sort of minor double take. I'm just getting out of the sun here, walking by Arthur's Seat again. Probably had to go up there at some point. Yeah, so programme notes, you might have done a double take because you may not have used those for a long time in your work. And if you're watching this and you go to the theatre, you'll probably find that even members of your family are split on whether there ought to be a programme or not. They certainly charge a lot in some of the main theatres year round. You can pay a tenner, if not more, for a programme. Some people want it for a souvenir. And what I heard from our review team, who are of varying ages and preferences, some say they really would like programme notes. In fact, they would like it in the form of a programme. But recognising that this is the era of climate change crisis, they will be happy to get access to the cast information, who directed it, if they want to draw attention to particular qualities of the performance. Then some people want to mention the name of the actor, and some actors, performers, want that and some don't, and that might be one of the reasons why you can't get access to programme notes in a show. But I'd say the main reason is it's just one more thing to do at the Fringe. We're in and out of venues really quickly these days. They have to be collected up, and I'd say 9 times out of 10 there are no programme notes, if not even 9.9 out of 10 at the Edinburgh Fringe. Some do, absolutely. Some give you them on the way out. It can be just half a page, I mean an A5 piece of paper with some information on it. In some cases it's a gatefold A4 piece of paper, and some people, if they've got the money and they might be touring through, have got their programmes. Now you might be looking at this thinking, we hadn't even thought of that, or we don't do programme notes, and I think for me that's fine. I gave my own view, which is I don't tend to mention people's names in reviews. People can go and look that up later. I feel I'm reviewing the show. Different publications do different things. Certainly down in London, some of our reviewers want to mention everything just in the form of credits at the end of a review, and that's respectful and that's useful for people that want to know who did what. In Edinburgh, what I want to suggest is this is the age of the QR code, and this is the age of the website link, or within your social media profile, the ability, and you'll often say website in profile, to click through, and that click through needs to be adjusted for your show at the Fringe, so that the click through isn't just to your general website and people have to find their own way. Better just come out of the crowds here. Find their own way to your show details. So I would just say, if you're going to provide that in the form of a QR code, and hopefully you might, it just could be up on the wall on the way out, somebody might be holding it, then what you should do is click through to the play, the show, the events page within your website, which could be on the front page, or you've done the click through for people, and there we've got the cast, there we've got the director, the producer, the lighting, and all the usual things you want credits for those reviewers that want to, because you certainly don't want to annoy or irritate reviewers who like to have that information. So if you haven't done, and you were just assuming people were going to file in and file out, I would say just think about the people who are coming to see your show. They might be arts industry, they might be venue bookers, they might be tour bookers, they might be from various programmes where there's funding available, or they will probably be reviewers, and reviewers who want to write your review up quickly, don't want to go hunting for what would have been the programme note. So the suggestion here, if you haven't done, is quite quickly see if you can get a QR code together, see if you can have something literally on the door on the way out, or a placard. Make sure that your ushers could give those programme information in form of just holding up a QR code. You might even get some little cards made if you want to. The key thing is that those that want to get access to the credits for the show can do so almost with one click and really easily. That increases the likelihood that the reviewer will be satisfied and can write their review up without any kind of irritating delays while they try and find out information. Now, something else that came up during our meeting too was that some people said that despite all their efforts when booking a review for a show, they still couldn't find out the names of the actors. They weren't on the website, they weren't on the socials. It was going to take too long, and that might have even influenced those reviewers that want all the information available about whether they prioritize that show for a review or even go to it. Now, you might think that's quite obstinate and unacceptable, but I guess reviewers are free to do whatever they like within that frame. So I would again say just default to the reviewers that want that information, the other people that are coming to the show that want the information, and make it available. So if you're asking me now, should you go and photocopy or print a load of programs? Absolutely not, I would say, especially with the temperature here in Scotland is probably to do with climate change, the climate crisis. It's lovely and I'm not necessarily complaining, but ultimately at least the QR code, at least easy links to your program notes, which can be in your socials, and you might even, if you just get stopped on the way out, say this is our Instagram handle, this is our Facebook address, just go and find it. But ideally it should just be one click away.